Okay, so this is me. I've decided to document this journey. I've never really documented a full journey of anything, especially any of my surgeries or anything like that. But being that I am going to start over, I'm trying to start a new path of everything. So I'm going to document this journey. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll show progress. I think it'll be something that I can manage, be able to say, hey, this is my blog. This is, what I did today. So anybody that knows me know that I have a health journey. And I've had some interference with my health journey. I've had some crises. I had an accident. You name it, I had it. And all of that affects me in different ways. My body cannot manage stress well at all. My body do not have the hormones to manage stress. It just doesn't. It do not have the hormones to manage it. And so I have to prepare myself to prepare for at least one day. So with me preparing myself to prepare for at least one day, this is me preparing myself for surgery that's going to be on the 5th of December 2024. God be willing, God be the same, I will have surgery. So I'm just getting myself prepared, little odds and ends. I know that I always keep documented things, times, dates of my medications. I keep these. I have these work so well for me. I'm not marketing this or nothing like that, but I'm not saying that anybody should go get anything, but these work well for me because they can just pop in my bag and I can just go, and I've already started loading them in. But they have it to where you do one, two, three, four, like that, and this is basically, or 1 and 5 would be day one, 2 and 6 would be day two. But the way that I do it is this red, this is day one, this is day two, this is day three, and this is day four. I keep these filled because it helps, and I also label them, so it lets them know if I have or have not taken my medicine. And on the day that I do load them, if I let's say if I start loading them in the morning and I took my morning meds, I just turn it around like this, and it lets me know I took that medicine already. It's just a routine that I do. Everybody, you'll have your own routine. I So here's the thing. I have autoimmune disease. So I have a lot of autoimmune diseases, not just one. I have a lot of them. So, and they affect various parts of my body. Not just one, various parts. But it's this one that just keeps fighting with me every day. And it's my Addison's. And for some reason my psoriatic arthritis too. Yeah, we've been at a stiff battle. My Graves' disease has been pretty much for the last, I say, this last year. Well, not this last year. I've had some fluctuations, but I've been good with my blood work. I've had some heart flutters and things of that nature, but I mean, not as bad. Back to what I was talking about, because I had to take y'all all down that line, because to let you know, I have to prepare for days. So I will be preparing all the way up to the 5th on what I would need to have in order, like, to, get things ready, like, for my family, in case I can't, like, really respond or talk to them well and stuff like that, because my blood sugar drops, and they can at least give me my medicine, my shots, my any of those things to keep me going. So, and these are things that we keep aware. I have a Dexcom. They get the signal. They know what to do. And it's just keeping things going. So I do appreciate all of these different things. And to be honest, a lot of people are on a lot of meds. I am on a lot of meds. Like, I'm on meds, but I'm on a lot of supplements as well. It's certain things that I don't absorb or I don't produce. Like, I don't produce cortisol. I don't produce TSH. So I take synthetic hormones. I take folic acid. I take I take vitamin D3, calcium. I take B12 shots. All of those things, because I don't produce it. Now, I did have gastric sleeve surgery, and that surgery really brought up a lot of things that it came to light with kind of like what I had going on, because when you don't know that you have something and you're just kind of doing it, and you don't know you have something until you're unable to just eat the way you want to eat or do the things you want to do. That will put you in a situation, I promise. I was that's when I found out I had Addison's. It's so funny. Well, it's not funny. It was rare. It was a thing that happened to me. So me, so being that I don't produce the cortisol hormone, I had gastric sleeve surgery, right? When I had sleeve surgery, I lost weight like totally fast. My doctor was like, "Oh, you're doing good, but you're doing too good." And my doctor was like, "Let me run some tests because you might be deficient." And my doctor was like, "Well, you're not deficient, but something not just ringing a bell. It's something, but I can't put my hands on it. But I want you to kind of slow down on what you're doing because you're going too fast." And I mean, I lost weight so fast that I looked like I was just drawing up. My doctor was like, I just want to kind of, go through what you're eating, what you're doing. And I was doing everything what the doctor told me to do. Actually, I started my journey before the doctor told me to. It's just that I was having a hard time eating. And the reason why I did the sleeve surgery was because I was losing my eyesight. So when I started to lose my eyesight, then I was like, okay, I agreed to do it or whatever, because the nutritionist and I had found out that I had my body was overproducing insulin. And what would happen when I would eat, my insulin level would shoot like way super high. I mean, totally high. And then drop like within minutes, possibly seconds, because my Dexcom, it don't even have a chance to read. Sometimes my Dexcom, sometimes it don't have a chance to read, and then sometimes it's like, what happened? And we found, they did blood work and everything, and they found that my insulin level was so high in my body that it was like taking everything down. It was taking everything down. I mean, everything. And so having my insulin level, and this is not like me taking insulin, this is my body producing the insulin. So imagine a diabetic that's taking too much insulin, and well, that's my body, right? It just say, hey, here you go, take this, you're gonna be okay. So we found that out before the surgery. But after the surgery was supposed to kind of correct some of that. Yeah, no, it did not. My body still produces enough insulin to just, so I have to eat every day, same time every time on a schedule. I have to eat every 2 hours. I have to make sure that I eat a healthy diet. And of course, like, I get discouraged because I don't like to eat, because food and I have a bad experience for some reason. And I think it's because I would get so sick prior to figuring this thing out. I would get so sick when I ate that I would be like, oh gosh, or whatever. And I would go all day long and forget to eat at certain points in the day. Like, I would go all day long and forget to eat. And it would be to the point that, I'd be like, I have to set a timer or a reminder of, you need to eat. So that's where I was, and me and food had developed a relationship that, like, oh gosh, like, I gotta eat, let me just go and knock this out. Let me go ahead and eat something. So I don't know, like, and I do know this, and it wasn't a bad, like, diet that I had, because one thing about it is I can't just eat anything. I had to go through everything that I was eating, and I was like, it's something, I can't put my finger on it, but I was talking to my first doctor, and I was telling him, I was like, I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's something that's making me very sick. Initially, I was like, I don't know if it's, what's the, gluten. I thought it was the gluten thing. You know how people get the gluten, sensitivity and stuff like that, which I do believe I am. I do believe I do have a sensitivity to gluten, but we did have a test, and I wasn't that sensitive to it, so we kind of ruled that out. But on the other hand, the sensitivity was like so bad to where I would get sick, like, when I ate. And of course, my blood sugar is rising and falling and rising and falling. So that's one thing. And then another thing is that, you know, I am, you know, barely able to eat the food in the beginning, whatever. Now it's the difference because my doctor gave me some medication that helps to kind of alleviate that a little bit. It helps the carbs to not bother me. Let's go forward. I figured it out myself because I took myself off of everything and introduced food like a baby. I actually just stopped. I stopped everything that I was eating, and this one, the doctor that I had, Lord bless him, because he was like, you know, he was old school, and he was thinking that, you know, it was a me thing, like, you know, he was thinking like, you know, you got to stop this, you know. It's the, you know, he was old school doctor, be like, you know, you lose weight, feel great. And I was like, sir, because I don't eat. And he was like, you gotta be eating something. And I was like, yeah, the only thing I can eat is like green beans, a little bit of meat, it was like random stuff that I could eat and it didn't make me sick. But other things would make me sick. And so as I started introducing food back into my diet, I would like eat it and write it down, like how it made me feel. This made me feel this way. This made me feel that way. And I took it back to him. I was like, see, this is what I did. And he was like, okay, so I'm glad you did that, but don't never do that again. So you would not listen to me, and I'm telling you that I really felt bad, and it's really a problem. And I had to do this with him a couple of times, and then I just changed my doctor. And you know, he wasn't a bad doctor, he just was an old school doctor. And you know, old school doctors be knowing what they talking about too, because it is somebody out here in this world that do need to change habits. But and that was of a healthy weight, because I was of a healthy weight. Now, don't get me wrong, I had just had my thyroid ablated, and I was having problems with that. At that point, I think I had lost weight, gained weight. Like, I gained over 100 pounds when I was pregnant with my daughter. And after I had my thyroid ablated, I lost that 100 pounds. And he was like, yep, you know, but if you keep eating, you're going to gain it all back. And I was like, sir, I'm not eating. Like, I cannot eat. And that's the problem. The reason why I was gaining weight was because I could not eat. So I got hooked up with a nutritionist who was amazing. Anybody that has availability to get a nutritionist, please do it. Because a nutritionist help you think outside the box. When you think that you have it all under control, and something is not quite right, talk to your nutritionist, because they can help you go another further. I advise you to. But you know, everybody don't have access to that, and that's fine. But if you do have access, do it, because a nutritionist, one that's good, like one that's you know, one that's good, one that's able to help you go through your process, and you know, not be so, you know, help you change. I had a nutritionist that helped me change with the things that I was doing, because she was like, well, what you have here is what I would recommend anyways. But she was like, well, but let me help you add this or that. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, that works for me. So a nutritionist, I say, is a very good thing to have if you can get you a nutritionist, get it. But I follow a strict schedule. I make sure that I keep up with taking my meds. I get tired a lot, y'all. Honestly, sometimes my only exercise is getting up and walking to the couch, and I'm tired. Having Addison's is one of the trickiest things that I have not figured out, but baby, when I do, I'm gonna hit the ground running. But it's just the thing. It's just the day. And I'm gonna end here because I'm a little bit tired, and I'll come back to you guys with more. But as I continue this journey, I'm gonna take you guys with me, because this journey is it's gonna be an experience. So countdown to my tonsillectomy, because that's what I'm having. But I'm also having more. But that's one of the surgeries that I'm having. It's gonna be more in that surgery. So, okay, guys. Bye bye.